people of the world.
You are watching 100 Degree TV on YouTube.
Here is what you missed on the 100 Degree Show with Butch Harris.
Anyway, just got to have fun with it, man. We're not losing our joy. We're not losing our strength, because the joy of the Lord is our strength. So we're going to find something to joy in and to rejoice in, because that is the fuel. Being able to, sit high and look low like our Father does as it relates to our dilemmas, as it relates to our circumstances. We examine it. We go on top of it like a drone and we get a better view. Because sometimes, when we look at it from our human's perspective or on our human level, we can only see certain things. But if we go up higher and we begin to see things that it's like, wow, I didn't know that was there. And I didn't know that was there, right? And then we get a better understanding as to really what it is that we're up against. So in all of your situations and your circumstances moving forward into this, I pray that you would have the ability to see it from a different vantage point, whatever it may be for you, whether it's a problem that needs to be solved or whether it's a blessing that you've already attained, that you don't think it's a blessing. That's another situation. We're blessed and we don't see that it's a blessing, or we don't see that it's a part of the bigger blessing, and we negate to appreciate it, to be grateful for it, and to maintain it. And then we slow down the bigger blessing because, we're looking for more. You just want the more. And we don't sometimes want to maintain what we already have. But anyway, let's get back to the do it again, because that's what we're talking about as it relates to Abraham's life and the things that he had to go through in his, what I would call, elliptical to the promised land. And as we look at Abraham, we can see that, he had some situations that he were dealing with that caused his faith to be stretched. And as we look at the Ishmael situation, him and his wife getting together to try to assist God because they were waiting for the promise so long that they started to think, well, maybe I need to help God in this process. Maybe he wants us to do something to make this promise come to pass, because it doesn't seem like he's doing anything. Maybe he's waiting on us to do something. Have you ever been there? Where you well, maybe he wants me to do something different. Maybe I should do this. Maybe if I do this, maybe he will do something. Yeah, I know. And then we tie that in. Well, faith without works is dead. So let me manipulate this a little bit over here. Yeah, I understand. Been there, done that. That's why I understand. So I'm simply saying, do it again, because after we have done the Ishmaels and we've done the works of the flesh that didn't produce anything other than a ripple in the timeline, because now we have this Isaac and Ishmael beef that's been going on for eons, right? So after we have created a rift, we have allowed the enemy to creep in to create a rift. Now we're still back to, well, I'll clean that up, but you do it again. And this is what God is saying. Yeah, I'll clean it up, but I need you to do it again, because you haven't cultivated the promised land in you to the degree that it needs to be. Not from what I've showed you. You're not there for what I've showed you. And I can see from sitting high and looking low that you still got a couple things you got to work out, but do it again. Do it again. So I believe sometimes in the process of receiving the word or the prophecy of what God has said to us and about us and for us, I think sometimes there's a lot of the waiting on God in terms of making it plain, or making it plain enough where we could actually begin to exercise. But here comes the faith without works thing. I personally believe it's a move in meditation. It's a move in prayer. It's a do and become. It's like martial arts. katas, right? Moving meditations. You practice your movements. You practice your stances. You practice all of the things that you do in this moving meditation, in this kata. And in the process of practicing it, it's not like you don't know the movements or you don't know the stances, but you become more powerful because your concentrated thought makes it to the degree where you can now punch a piece of board and break the board. And if you get really good, you can punch a brick and break the brick, because it's just a punch, but it's a punch with concentrated thought process that was built up to create power. This is creating the promise in us. Yes, this is the good thing. So we do it again. And we do it again. And we form the thought. We form the vision more. We develop it and we develop it in the realm of the spirit till it becomes our very fiber. It becomes our very being. We become the promise, and the promise becomes the thing that we walk into effortlessly because we've been working at it for so long. We've been practicing it for so long. It's been a moving meditation for so long. It's been a moving prayer for so long. The faith with the works, the doing it and the thinking about it and the praying about it and speaking in tongues and praying in the spirit. And we're just doing it, and it's just becoming us.
Thank you for watching 100 Degree TV on YouTube. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel if you find our content valuable, and be sure to join us for the next presentation.